Alright, so this is what we learned from Manchester City versus Chelsea in the 4-2 defeat. I mean, what a horror show. But look, in this video, we're going to go through the positives, the negatives, and I'm going to have a little talk about Enzo Maresca and his system. So starting it straight off, let's go into the positives. Now, as you can see on your screen, these are the positives of the game. So first off, we are seeing signs of coherence in the squad. We're seeing the squad building together as a unit. Of course, we're not quite there yet. That's why we conceded so many goals. But look, we're building to something, right? And it's going to eventually come, hopefully in a month or two. But it could take a bit longer than that. But as long as we stay patient, we will be successful. Now, Nkunku, Madueke, Sterling, and Lavia are looking like they're gonna have very good seasons. We've seen flashes of brilliance from all four of them. I mean, Lavia with the assist at the end there, Madueke with the cold finish and the amazing dribbling ability. Sterling's looking good today. Nkunku's looked good the entire pre-season. And look, without mistakes that led to goals during the match and even the entire pre-seasons, the defense looks pretty strong, man. I mean, look, it's hard to say that when we conceded 4, but like I said again, without those mistakes, we wouldn't have conceded 3 out of 4 of those goals. Again, it's another sign that we're building towards something and it's going to come good. And then Marc Guéhi looks talented. He has a bright future at Chelsea. I can smell it, right? You can see the brilliance he brings, and if he builds on what he has now, man, he's going to be talented. And last but not least, Palmer and Cucurella will flourish in this system. It's easy to see. I mean, replace Gusto with Cucurella today and replace Mudryk with Palmer, then oh my god, we would have probably scored 2 more goals, probably. I'll be honest with you. All right, now let's move on to the negatives, right? So we're obviously shy on the ball and we do crumble under pressure. We saw that with Caicedo, obviously first game back. You can forgive him for that. But I mean, the entire team, we just looked shy on the ball, especially Sanchez, man. I'm really trying to see Jorgensen play as the goalkeeper next match, because I really want to see if we bring something different as a ball-playing goalkeeper. And then obviously Gusto, Enzo, and Mudryk. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this because they're some of my favourite players in the squad, but they're going to struggle this season, man. It's clear to see. I honestly just don't see these 3 players playing well consistently throughout the season. I don't think they're going to get a lot of minutes, and even in the minutes they get, I don't see them performing to the levels of Cucurella, Dewsbury Hall, and the other players in the squad. Now, earlier I said, without the mistakes, the defense does look strong. However, you can't erase those mistakes out of nothing, man. Those mistakes are there, and they are happening way too often. They've been happening for years now at this club. It's not just this new squad, but it happens way too often at this club these days, and it needs to be fixed. But once that's fixed, trust me, the defense will be amazing. Now, again, I did say Marc Guéhi was a talented player. However, it is clear to me after that game that we can't depend on him to be clinical this season. But look, give him a season or 2 and Marc Guéhi will be amazing. Now, last but not least, I do think that Chelsea will struggle for the first few months of the Premier League. I think that games that we should be winning, we will be tying. And games that we should be tying, we will be losing. I do think we're going to go through a lot of games, a bit like last season, where we are disappointed in the manager and the team. I just don't see us fixing the mistakes we have right now in 2 weeks that we have until the Premier League starts. So honestly, that's not great news, but it's not that bad because of, again, new manager. He's had about less than a month of pre-season, so it happens to the best of us. And I think eventually we will fix up, and Chelsea will be competing for the Premier League. Maybe not this season, but next season, I guarantee you we will be there and thereabouts. Now look, we've been through the positives and we've been through the negatives in this video, but now I want to talk to you about Enzo Maresca and his system. So let's start off and talk about his system, right? I mean, honestly, I don't think it's a 100% compatibility with the squad we have now, with the players we have. I just don't see all the players especially the talented ones like Gusto, Enzo, and Mudryk. I just don't see them fitting in this system, and that pains me to say because I do think they're all great, and them not being able to be, compatible with the system, I mean, that hurts. But look, with that being said, I do think there are some players in this squad that fit perfectly. One of those being Cucurella. I think that he will flourish with the system. Cole Palmer, again, flourish in the system. I think he's going to use the space created by his teammates to just score goals and put balls in behind. I think it's going to happen a lot. Another player that's invaluable to the system is Nkunku. Caicedo as well. I do think that he's going to fit the system perfectly. I think he's going to have a lot of defenders and midfielders around him that he will have that sort of perfect balance where he can attack when he wants and defend as perfectly as he wants. I think he's gonna be a good destroyer in there. I think he's gonna play some balls in behind occasionally. I do think he will be very versatile in the system as he's a very versatile player. But look, let's not go into every minute detail about the players. My point being is that some players will miss out and other players will absolutely thrive in the system. So you guys let me know if you think this was a good part on Chelsea's side. Was it a good decision to sack Pochettino and get Maresca in? Personally, I think Maresca can bring something great to Chelsea Football Club. I think he can win us a Premier League soon. However, with what I've seen in pre-season, I really think that if we stuck with Poch, then we'd be guaranteed top 4 this season. Guaranteed. But with Maresca's system, with everything new, I do think that even though the long term might be good, and I say that might, not even guaranteed to be good, might be good. I don't see us finishing top 4 this season. Absolutely not. With how Liverpool are playing, with how all these other teams are playing. But I do think we will be scrapping for 5th place, and that's Champions League. So I'm happy with the 5th. Sorry about that. I'm happy. I'm happy with finishing 5th. However, if we don't finish 5th this season, then we really need to consider what we're doing wrong. I do not want to see us out of Champions League again this season. But look, you guys in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.